Is raw food actually better for your dog, or is it just bloody expensive? Here's the version that I'm going to tell you. As the owner of Kuri City Doggy Daycare and Raw Food in Christchurch, and as a guy who's been feeding my dogs raw food for 20 years or so. Because our job at Kuri City is to help New Zealand dog owners make the switch to raw without any of the guesswork. I'm going to cover three things: what the research actually says, and where are some of the gaps, and one thing that decides whether it's worth it for your dog specifically. So the first one is what does the research say? Raw fed dogs consistently show higher protein digestibility, lower stool volume, improved coat condition, and better gut bacteria biodiversity than kibble-fed dogs. And a 2022 study out of Queen's University in Belfast found raw-fed dogs lived on average 18 months longer than dogs on ultra-processed biscuits. Okay? That's not a small number, that's 18 months. So the second part is where the gaps are, and most of the research is observational, not controlled trials. So the risk research does identify is that poorly handled raw food does carry bacterial contamination risk for humans in the household. But that is totally manageable with good hygiene practices, just like you would with your steak. You're not going to leave it out on the bench, all of that kind of carry on. There's no reason to avoid raw food when it's well sourced like this stuff is. The third one is the one that actually matters for your dog. The deciding factor isn't the research, it's what you observe in the first 30 days. Stool volume drops, coat changes, improved breath, better energy. These changes happen fast enough that you don't need a study to tell you that something is different. Most owners who switch don't go back. It's not because they're ideological about it, it's because they've seen the difference themselves. Save this if it's useful, and comment honest if you want a full breakdown of what to look for in the first week when you transition to raw.